if he wants to stay on top of the trend and still keep on producing at this level or at this rate, he needs to adapt as the trend progresses. So he needs agility for that. Now, if you're looking to have a structurized project that is agile, I could recommend What is up, everyone? How's it going? Fabian is back with another video fully in English. I want to talk about a new demand that just came up. What's happening right now with GameStop and with AMC and other little stocks that Reddit investors are noticing that they can leverage on to actually fight back to hedge funds and Wall Street itself, it's incredible. And what you're actually seeing is a movement, the loudest social movement that you could most likely get at the moment. And it's actually these little retail investors trying to get back to Wall Street. They're disrupting pretty much how the industry usually manages everything. But really, one of the things that I want us to pay attention to here is actually towards a creator. Brian Credit, he started to notice that there's this huge demand for stock market content. So he actually started creating these lives, and I'm going to go ahead and link below the video he uploaded explaining everything about GameStop and AMC and all these other stocks. Point is that he notices that he can create a brand around this subject. He's creating physical products, and you can see them right here. I'll go ahead and add some screenshots. And I noticed this because I went through his Instagram and I saw that he was showing the quality of the material, and it looked like good quality and whatnot. What I want us to realize here is that he's actually taking advantage of all this memes, all this information that is floating around in all social media, Instagram, YouTube, it's everywhere, it's flooded. And this is going to be pretty much free marketing because the people that look at his content are already very familiar with this, with the social movement that is going on. So if they wear his, in this case, merch, that is, I think it's a hoodie and a tee that he's offering, that he has it on sale now. You can even check the Instagram profile of the website where he sells through, and they even have a mock-up of what the product is. Check right here. I'm going to zoom in on that because it's just a simple mock-up to show what the product is going to be. I'm sure he's going to do great in sales, not just because he has the audience in the channel, but because he's pushing this social movement to a real-life product. And that is a necessity that these people are starting to have. Imagine that. They need to feel part of their social movement. And following a website or a YouTuber, a creator, or the Reddit feed or whatever is not enough. Why? Because we want to feel part of. So I'm sure that if anyone gets this same idea done in the future, like they can still profit out of it for sure, most likely, I'd expect. However, he will be on top of it. Why? Because he was the fastest one to realize this market demand, and he's supplying it. Right now, this GameStop situation happened like 6 days ago, and he already has merch for it. And I'm sure that the reason he's able to do all of this so quickly is thanks to all the tools we have at our reach of our cell phone, of our computers. And you can access all those tools. That's a little part of what I'm going to be talking here in this channel. But okay, great. He might be able to do a quick buck. Now, what's going to happen next? Is he going to be able to create a real business out of it? Most importantly, is that if he has the correct framework to work on, if he wants to stay on top of the trend and still keep on producing at this level or at this rate, he needs to adapt as the trend progresses. So he needs agility for that. Now, if you're looking to have a structurized project that is agile, I could recommend you Scrum. That's the framework that I recently studied, and it actually brings a group of people together, and this framework will give you the inputs, tools, and outputs for each process that you would need to create that value to the customer. So in theory, this framework should work perfectly for these type of projects, especially if you have a group of 6 to 10 people, that's where Scrum is optimized at. So I'm thinking about big e-commerce project. Now you might be thinking 6 to 10 people, that's so many, but you got to think, you got people doing your website, you might have people running your ads, not the case specifically here, but you might have it. You might have a person that does procurement, that gets the materials, or that drop ships them, which is, I think is not the case here. Might be the case, imagine that, but it's not necessarily the case. You have people recording content, and now you're even going to have people trying to read the social interactions that are happening in platforms like Reddit and other social media. And that's actually something to start thinking about, especially because I think it was the Wolf of Wall Street, he said in an interview that now Wall Street has to look for some type of analysts that look into these social medias, because this movement in the market in this stock is completely driven by the intention that these people have in these platforms. So you might be thinking, how do I apply Scrum to my e-commerce project? I'm getting there. Like, I could for sure be the Scrum Master for any Scrum project. If you have an e-commerce project and you want this to be for free, we could give it a try, but I'm going to try to contact several e-commerce experts and get their opinion on Scrum, see if they've ever used it or are going to use it. So I would recommend you subscribing and hitting the bell, and that way you can figure out if this highly used framework by Fortune 500 companies is actually that useful or not for littler e-commerce and entrepreneurs that could come together in a bigger project. Also, if you're looking for a little bit more of professional advice, you can actually click the link below for Digital ROI Solutions. That's the digital marketing agency I'm working with. They have a lot of experience and have managed a lot of money on ad spend, way over $1 million for sure. So if you're looking for that type of advice, you can schedule a call with them. It's totally free. And lastly, I just want to let you know, I do appreciate you a lot for watching this content all the way to this point. You can go ahead and follow my social media down below. And that would be it for Fabian. Much love.